Sports betting shows where we talk the talk and walk the walk. It is Thursday. It's like weekend eve. We got a really good show for everybody. We got to break down a lot of day game baseball today, so we'll get Yanni to see where the lines have ended up. We got a lot of NBA tonight, so jam-packed show. We got our play of the day. Dan, who's joining us?
Yes, Andy, you cannot start the weekend if you do not start the weekend on Thursday. Yeah, it's great vibes all around, and Yanni is back on the show today, so I know folks are pumped about that. We miss him on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but Yanni the Greek is back. He's giving you the Steam report. What kind of sharp action are we seeing across all leagues? Yanni's going to fill us in with that. And, any thoughts on now that we have some teams that have moved on in the NHL playoffs, anything changing in the futures market there? We're going to talk about that with Yanni. Joe Ranieri's coming on. He's got Blue Jays and Twins. Best bet for you in that one. And he's talking two NBA Game 6s. Knicks Hawks. We're going to give away another winner tomorrow for that series. Nuggets Timberwolves as well as Joe will be breaking down. But Andy, we're a minute into the show. We bounced back. We told people you either bet all of them or none of them. You folks who decided to bet all of them are back with us. We're 8-4 on the Wager Talk Today. Picks of the day. And Andy, the play of the day today. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's stay in the NBA. What are we rocking with, brother?
Yeah, nice cash on the under. Today, we're going to go with an over. Sneaky one. Cameron Johnson, over 5.5 rebounds plus assists. The defense of the Timberwolves was clearly very different with DiVincenzo and Edwards out of the lineup. So, it's not like those guys are like amazing defenders, but it just throws the rotations off. Edwards is a real athlete. It allows them to do some different things with Jaden McDaniels, but we saw a very high scoring game. The Nuggets put up 125 points without those two out of the lineup. We also saw several Nuggets benefiting from that, as well as Aaron Gordon being out of the lineup. I don't know if he's going to play tonight. It's a calf. Those are dangerous. So it's like you're on the brink of elimination. What are you saving him for? But at the same time, you just won big without Edwards and DiVincenzo in there. Even if Gordon plays, I think we're getting limited minutes. That's why we like Cameron Johnson here. With those guys out, with Aaron Gordon playing limited, he had 6 rebounds on 8 rebound chances last game and 5 assists on 9 potential assists. This 5.5 number, this is based on numbers in the early games this season. This is an algorithm. This is not putting into account what happened with the injuries on the last game. So based on the numbers in the last game, on those potential assists and on those rebound chances, I think we're going to get a good game for him. And also, Christian Braun's been awful. He's not getting any rebounds, assists. He's not scoring points. He's not involved. So Cameron Johnson should have a lot more room to work with those guys for the Timberwolves out, and with Gordon out of the lineup. This 5.5 number is way too low. Give me the over.
Yeah, and whether it's banged up Gordon or not, still that's missed shots opportunities, which will continue to add to our rebound total there. I love this one. Cameron Johnson, let us know. Are you riding with the Wager Talk Today play of the day? And Andy, we also have all around the world that's going to be coming up. You got best bets coming in that one. Do want to let folks know before we bring on Yanni, one of the most popular things we have done in recent memory at wagertalk.com, this buy 3, get 3 days free. Final chance to take advantage of it ends today, folks. So you want to try out a new capper, you're going to get an entire weekend plus. Andy is a great entry for this one, WT.buzz/AL, because we will be in action all weekend long. And folks, this is the last day to buy, but if you want, you can stack access. You can stack it for one handicapper. You can stack it across other cappers as well. So check that out, wagertalk.com. And yes, Yanni is the GOAT block bead, which is why Yanni's back on the show, baby. What up, Yanni? How we doing?
Great day. Coming off of, I was at the Knights game last night that went into that double overtime. I left well before that. So I didn't find out until this morning that it went Knights and over. So nice win for Vegas. But since we're on the ice, let me touch there because I do have some information to share. I got my updated power ratings, and here's where we sit. My subscribers have a future on Buffalo at 16-1. I'm going to send out a future on Carolina at 3-1 right now. And here's why. Because one of those two teams is going to represent the Eastern Conference in the Stanley Cup Finals. And neither of those teams are going to be giving me that type of price. Like, they're probably going to play Colorado, which is the second best team. Even there, I still think I have the elite, meaning if Carolina ends up representing the East, I have a team that's number 1 in offense, number 3 in defense, and the 4th toughest schedule. When I look at Colorado, 8th in offense, 1st in defense, but the 15th toughest schedule. So on paper, I have the better team with Colorado, but behind them is right behind Colorado is Buffalo, 3rd in offense, 5th in defense, 7th toughest schedule. So having those two teams, all I have to do is get past Colorado, unless another team could, knock Colorado out. Then we're really sitting pretty with a 3-1 ticket and a 16-1 ticket. So looking at Carolina right now to place a future, because at 3-1, again, it doesn't sound like a great return, but there's nobody better than them on paper. Not even close. Not even close.
Yanni, you and I need
information. I forgive me. Over the next couple of days, there's a lot of soccer going on. I released 6 premium soccer plays to subscribers. I think 4 3%, 2 4% plays. I at least half of them are available for free at WagerTalk. Sometimes I forget to click that button that says, to offer it also as a free pick. So that's why all 6 probably aren't there. But those are over the next 3 days. So it may look like volume, but it's spread out over 3 or 4 days, actually. I think it goes until May 3rd, one of those games. So check those out, because I did send out some soccer already, and I will be hitting you up with a future in the NHL for subscribers. We got a lot of stuff today.
Yeah, the amount of times I've not hitting a button in our new WagerTalk system.
Yeah. Been there.
There's a lot of buttons. There's a lot of plays that didn't go in because I didn't hit create. But I digress. Yanni, you and I need to do a seminar on how to bet futures. People screw this up all the time. The amount of money that people don't make because they don't know how to do their futures properly.
Because they try to pick the winning future. That's why. Yeah. And you can't do that. You can't try to pick the team that's going to win the championship. You got to pick the team that's going to give you the most equity heading into a championship or second, third round of the playoffs, so that you could earn off that future. That's the key with future bets. I used to do it wrong too. Try to pick who's going to win the championship. Now I just want that team that's giving me the most equity that could get the furthest, and I'll find a way to make money with them.
Yeah, who's winning the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're talking about it already from the draft. People already drawing conclusions.
Yeah. Like the draft makes a huge difference, but to the Barneys at the bar, it does, man.
Hey, you need to produce content. What are you going to do, right?
Right. Yeah, they got the
football content. Always
got the winning Super Bowl ticket a week after the draft. I don't know whose quarterback is still healthy. So we have a lot of day baseball here, Yanni. So curious how, we talk about you have to wait for confirmation on the later games, but what are we looking at for today, especially when you got a slate? I mean, I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games that start before 1:00 p.m. Eastern time.
And all of them attracted some action. Mostly on the dogs, no surprise there. 952. This is the one favorite. Pittsburgh at -210 and -220, and also the under 7.5, up to -115. But I also saw it plus 1.5 runs. So because of the under seems like the stronger play, I saw another group take the plus 1.5 there also. 953, Colorado. Plus 150. Surprisingly, seeing public on Colorado as well as of right now. Like if the game was going off right now, there'd actually be more tickets and money on Colorado, at least the book that I have access to. Moved down to 957. Washington, another early game, plus 180. That game's getting bet over. It just sticks out because I'm looking right now at the screen. 100% of the bets are on the over. So there hasn't been a single bet on the under in this game. And it goes off, I think, in like 50 minutes. And a little bit surprised to see that much. Like what sticks out are the pitchers coming off like 5 run games or something, because that one's like that's a matchup that you wouldn't see that kind of action. And yet you're seeing nothing but one-sided over in Washington and the Mets. Couple sharp totals for you: 960 under 7.5, Arizona, Milwaukee; 962 under 10.5 and 10, Houston, Baltimore; under 8, Toronto, Minnesota. Our only over is 8.5 in Detroit, Atlanta; and finally 972 Philly minus 135. And right now, as I'm doing this, I see a buy order for San Francisco in game 2. So they're looking for San Francisco right now. That line will probably move in game 2 at plus 130 or better.
The Nationals and Mets game, I believe the first thing people are looking at is they're looking at Mikolas for the Nationals, who has a 8.4 ERA.
There you go.
Only goes like 3 or 4 innings. He hasn't been that horrible the last 3 games, but he gave up 11 runs and 4.1 innings in a game, which is like, why manager, why are you letting him go out there to get shelled? Playing the Mets, I think people
see that. Like, it's also, sorry, interrupt, like Kansas City and Oakland also like is 100% on the over, but that one's different. That the totals is like 9.5. You usually get over money with those 2 teams. But like I said, it was just a little bit surprising that a game like the Mets and Nationals is getting that much action on the over.
Yeah, Nationals scored 14 runs yesterday against the Mets, so there's probably
a lot of recency bias around it.
A lot of recency bias, yeah. So, all right, anything you're seeing in NBA or NHL?
Sir. Yeah, so far in the NHL, real quickly, only the total's been hit in Edmonton, Anaheim, 7. Almost automatically, they're going under 7. Usually, it's almost as high as you can go. You know what I mean? A lot of times, I would see the betting syndicates take advantage of the overs in those situations, kind of like you can only go to 7. You're never going to see an 8 yet. Maybe the market will, change over in years, but right now the most we're going to see is a 7. Kind of like in baseball, for a time you never saw a total below 7 or above. Like, that was it. Even if it was 2 Cy Young pitchers going at it, it was going to be 7 with the under minus 150, but they wouldn't go to 6.5. Now we see even 5.5s in baseball. Shows you how the market has become more efficient. But still in the NHL, 7's the highest total you're seeing. And public's going over Anaheim, Edmonton, but the Sharps did go under the 7 in that game. Sides getting a little bit more on the favorites, which you expect, kind of like 60-40 in favor of the favorites, but no steam. The only sharp play I've seen on in playoff action today has been the New York Knicks at minus 1.5, and at the money line when it opened. Now, if you look at the screen, you'll probably conclude, if you're reading lines and trying to draw conclusions like that, which way the money's going or the Sharps are going, you're probably going to look at Boston and say, okay, that got sharp money. It opened at 5, got bet immediately up to 6, now sitting at 6.5 in a lot of shops. Denver, same thing, opened 5.5, got hit immediately up to 6, 6.5. That's where it's at most shops. The reason I won't add them to the steam sheet or release them now in this segment is because what I've been seeing in the playoffs is that kind of bet has been used to simply get out ahead of the public. Like, when they're certain that the public money is going to come in on side A, they easily get out ahead of that move. So knowing Boston money is going to come in, 90% of the money is going to be on Boston today. That's not even an exaggeration. Like, with Philly winning money line last game, this being an elimination game possibility for Boston, they're going to get a lot of money. They're going to get a lot of teaser money, and they're going to get a lot of money line parlay money. So if this line keeps climbing, that's what I've been seeing. I've been seeing them lay like 5, and then 5 minutes before game time through the off-screen accounts, they'll either look for a middle or they'll bet more even on the other side. Like, so it's not even a manipulation. It's just like, now there's just so much extra value on the other side that they're forced to bet more. So that's why I won't conclude that, because I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Philly steam later, Minnesota steam later, because that's what they've been doing late. It happened with Toronto yesterday, and I sent that out to subscribers as like a late play because it was the exact kind of situation where they bet the favorite when the line opened, limit bet, got it moving. Public jumped on top as well. And then 15 minutes before game time, they were buying all the Toronto up they can. Toronto plus 11, 10.5, 10s. So, yeah, don't be surprised if you see some take back, especially with Philly and Minnesota both being at home.
You're muted, Andy.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So 5 days in a row, a parlay of all the money line favorites in NBA has lost. There's been at least one underdog that is just the books just gotta love it when they see those come in.
The dogs on the money line, Andy, tonight. These teams, there's 3 series tonight. Each are playing game 6. So there's 15 games have played so far with these 3 series. 8 favorites, 7 underdogs. Great job by the books. 6 of those 7 dogs won on the money line, which helps tell you that points over pussies. It doesn't matter right now. Pick the winner, you're probably going to cash a ticket at the end of the day. If you're going to bet it to win, it's playoff. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
We got a question about UFC. We want to see
a great card, but what a tough betting card. I don't know how you feel about it.
I'll tell you this right now. I told people this the other day. I don't even know if you were on the show or if you heard it. I am not doing any more pre-fight bets in UFC for at least a month. We are paper trading because it's been a disaster. Live bets, when we do our live show, it's shooting fish in a barrel when you're betting live on the card. So we just told subscribers, listen, what's been working for us? PFL and bare knuckle. What's not been working for us? UFC. Basic business. You lean into what works and you eliminate what's not working. So
that's why I love,
but I'm not playing it.
Why I love where this industry is today. Like, it's got a black eye and it deserves it. Like, it's been a very scumbag, for lack of a better word. Let's use the technical term. It's been a very scumbag type of industry for a long time. But the transparency of the internet has forced some changes. And that's one of those, especially if you're at a site that actually is trying to do it the right way. And that's a perfect example where years ago, you'd be forced to give what bettors are buying. They want to bet pre-fight. That's what sells. You have to give it to them, whether you're winning or not. Find some marketable shit and talk them into buying your package if you want to make money. Now, though, that's changed. And we're in a position where it's like, you want to do it for real like I'm doing it? Then this is how you do it for real. Sometimes you just can't bet the side or the total. Sometimes the value's not there. Sometimes you want to make money. You got to wait till in-game. You got to bet a prop. You got to look at a team. Like, if you're doing it for real, that's exactly the kind of stuff you do. You see that it's negative ROI right now for you. You shut that shit down and you do what works. You doing it for real, bro. That's why you're making that decision that I'm not going to sell pre-fight. I'm going to bet live because that's what I'm actually doing. You're actually doing it. You're not faking it. See, in this industry, a lot of guys are faking it. They don't even bet, let alone, like, you know what I mean, handicap and stuff like that. It's more marketing content. And again, even losing bettors are going to get on hot streaks. So you wait till you're hot and you market your hot streak over and over and over, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Fortunately, like I said, transparency is forcing that change, and it matters whether you win or lose. And if you found an edge in live, destroy them. And there is subscribers out there. There is a market for it, fortunately. If you're winning, they will find you, bro. So keep burying it live, and the bettors that see value in that will find you.
Yeah. And like I said, PFL and bare knuckle, we got winning records in. And the FanDuel is releasing these lines, so it's a perfect market. But let's talk about see a little bit of money coming on Protez. For me, it would be Protez or nothing. Probably not going to bet it because I don't see a massive edge. But if you got down on Protez, you've beat the line. What are you seeing?
Yeah, early on Protez. Right now, I'm forced to look the other way. Here's why. I wanted to bet Protez badly at plus money because here's what I thought. I'm going to get the guy in what should ultimately be a stand-up fight with the 5-inch reach advantage, and at least on paper seems to have more pop, you know? And over 5 rounds, I will take that because even if he doesn't land more volume, he should do more damage, And I thought Prates being the wild guy, smoke cigarettes, like that now in a main event, seriousness, I thought bettors would shy away and go towards the more disciplined JDM, who's coming off, a loss against Makachev, defending his title like he reached that pinnacle. And I thought they would find value in Madalena and get me Prates at plus money. That's not happening right now. And that's the problem I'm having. I just don't see laying a price with Prates in Australia, which is, home field, home cooking for Madalena, against the guy who hasn't been finished since his first UFC fight. So he's got a chin on him. And Prates coming in with, 6 wins, 6 performance bonuses. It's just hard for me to lay a price here. If I could get plus money on Madalena, I'm probably going to end up, a bigger bet than I would have, just because, I think this is a coin flip type of fight, and getting plus money is hard to pass up. But this is a hard card. I can tell you that. I haven't released much of anything yet to subscribers. And don't forget, this one's going off on midnight tomorrow or something. So a lot of
4 a.m. my time. 4 a.m. my time, 1 a.m. your time.
We won't even be watching it, most of us. So, be careful with it. Again, wake up to do what you're doing live. But I'll be low volume for sure this Saturday. But next weekend, I will be in Newark for Chimaev and Strickland. So UFC's flying me out to do some content and get to watch that fight. So I'll have some good information for UFC next week for sure on location.
Awesome. What do you have up for everyone today?
All right. What's up right now? The NBA package will be up probably within the next 60 minutes. I'm getting close to confirming. Right now in NBA, number 1 in the playoffs. I've given 40 bets. Yesterday was my 40th bet. I'm 69%, 27, 12, and 1, up 34 plus percent ROI, up almost 50 units. So the NBA package will be up as soon as I confirm with the power ratings. I'm not going to have an NHL package up. Baseball is just for subscribers today because of all the early action. So Steam sheet, I just gave it to you right now. So that's going to be it as we move on day by day. NBA action, long-term success, and Steam Room Saturdays free for all. So big couple days ahead. Best of luck to everyone, brother.
Thank you, Yanni. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Yanni the
man.
Greek, everybody.
Thanks,
Always
Yanni.
plays over at WagerTalk. I'll just go over the rest of the UFC card, what I think, but like I said, I have not bet any of these. Salkill by knockout over Dariush. Elliot Ursag gets dog or pass. Gaziev or Pericic doing something with that fight not to go the distance. Tai Tuivasa and Louis Sutherland might be one of the most disgusting fights the UFC has ever put on. One guy has lost 6 fights in a row, and he's a minus 200 favorite. That's how bad that fight is.
Christ. Bottom of the barrel in that one.
It's bad. It's bad. Roastin, Brizchek, Roastin, but passing. Junior Tough and Kevin Christian under. Fight doesn't go the distance. Malkoun and Mearshard's minus 1,200. Can't do anything with that. Colby Thickness and Morales pass, but if I had to take it, I'd take Thickness. Ben Johnson, Wes Schultz. Fight doesn't go the distance. Mikalev and Grimbo, Mikalev, and then underdog Dom Marfan over Cody Steele. So those are the quick UFC hitters. Insane stat here for you, Dan. I don't know if you saw this. I saw this. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander in the last 14 games.
Okay.
In the fourth quarter and overtime combined, he's 17 of 18 from the field. He's missed a shot. He's missed a shot in fourth quarter and overtime the last 14 games.
Wow.
That's just, dude.
I mean,
that's the closer, man.
That's Mamba-esque right there. I mean, and guess what? Probably Kobe was never shooting that damn efficient. He was taking all those shots, but missing one, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, pretty wild. So, big day for clients today.
Yeah.
We have a pack that's up. I love setting records at WagerTalk. I doubt anybody's ever done this, but we have a 4% tennis play. We have 2 4% lacrosse plays, and we have two NHL plays attached to that as well.
Okay.
So we got a
tennis, lacrosse, NHL.
Yes. Yeah. I'm probably going to attach our NBA play as well. So you're probably getting 6 plays attached to that one. And it's half price because we've got lacrosse and our tennis plays attached to that one. So you're getting a smoking deal. Again, it's the last time you can get the buy 3 days, get 3 free. That was like that and the Weekend Warrior were like the 2 banger specials of the last year. So Dan, tell them about this
and
one.
Andy, to your point, Yanni's on. Joe's coming up next, and he's got a 5% that's rocking an NBA tonight. Your plays are up now, so you can take advantage of this deal the last day to do it, but you can use it multiple times. So this has been crazy popular. It's a no-brainer. Heading into this weekend, we'll have like Marco on tomorrow. Marco's going to have Derby action this weekend. You get that with the all access. So no-brainer, guys. Hopefully this will come back, but it's all about how much the viewing public and the clients are enjoying it. That's why we extended it, nearly running it 3 months, and it all ends today. But you can grab these, and if you want more access on a cap or two, you can stack them for 1 cap, or you can get them for multiple. But Andy, with all the action we have today, you can get it half price, but the weekend's going to be absolutely loaded as well. So that buy 3, get 3, absolute no-brainer, man. I think there's a reason why the people kept flooding customer service saying, hey, can we get this again? Hey, can we get this again? So you can grab 1 play, you can grab 1 package. That buy 3, get 3 days free is an awesome way at a nice low price point to try out some of these cappers, man.
Yeah, 100%. So we got a golf play that goes off later this afternoon. I'll tell everyone about that and all around the world. But let's bring in Joe, and let's get a little MLB and NBA action. Hello, Joe.
Joe, how we doing, man?
What's going on, gentlemen? What is happening here? You guys ready for, bet a 80-1 horse in the Derby, only to find out it went off at 3-2? We can do that.
That's Derby time, and then people. This is the weekend, Joe, where nobody actually understands what they're betting and what price they're getting until they realize, or they're like, well, I thought this was a $3 try. How come my ticket ends up costing $29?
I just lost $40. It was a $3 bet. Like, I don't understand what happened. Yeah, exactly. Like, what happened? I don't get it. Yeah, welcome. You think bots are a new thing, huh? Yeah, you ain't seen anything at racetracks. Unbelievable.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're not wrong, man. But a great weekend, loaded weekend of sports too, with all this action that's going on. Like I mentioned, you got a 5% of rocking tonight. We'll talk about that in a bit, because first, let's do a little MLB. This is 2 teams, Joe, that are just kind of heading in opposite directions. It's funny because when they last met, the Twins got to go on a little bit of a run, but since that little win streak that they put together, they've been heading straight down. Whereas the Blue Jays, they kind of struggled out of the gate. They've been ticking up here a little bit. Now we're seeing Toronto, road favorite, open up a 4-game set here, Joe. How are you looking to bet game 1, and thoughts on this series with these 2 teams that are just kind of passing trains in the night here?
Well, I mean, like it always when it comes to Minnesota games, especially this time of year, you got to figure out what's happening weather-wise there. I mean, the Twins took, 2 or 3 games from the Blue Jays earlier this month. I think that was when they started. Actually, we were all going, wow, are they overachieving here? Well, since then, what a difference a couple of weeks makes, because they have certainly come back down to earth. And Bailey Ober is on the mound. I mean, and he has been, he's been better than what he has been in the last couple of years, where he gave up a ton of home runs. Every game he pitched, that felt like just take the home run props on the power hitters on the other team and you would cash the ticket. But right now he hasn't been able to help them, because they've lost 11 of 13. They just lost 5-3 to Seattle on Wednesday. Now they got Gausman, who's coming in, and it looks like finally the Blue Jays are starting to take it to another level. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that they're starting to get healthier, right? Because we just saw Springer get back, and he's been, it feels like, man, he's missed most of April here. I think he went down on the 10th or 11th of the month. So getting Springer back and healthy is going to be important. That lineup. The bullpen is by committee right now because, they don't have anybody they can actually count on to close a game. But it feels to me like this is a Toronto side at this price here. I like Gausman, certainly like him early in this game. I don't mind a a first 5 look towards Toronto either. I'm not expecting a ton of runs here, but I do think that Toronto is the right side here at a pretty decent price for what they're bringing to the table and who they're starting here today.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Go ahead, Andy, if you want to bring in some NBA action here as well.
Yeah, I want to move to NBA. I'm really interested in these games here. We got 2 good ones here to break down: Knicks, Hawks, Nuggets, Timberwolves. I'm going to start with this Knicks and Hawks team game. I don't know. It feels like this Knicks team is ripe to be beaten. Brunson gets the huge game, but they're just not getting it from Bridges and McBride and Hart. They're not getting the offense, but Atlanta just can't walk through that door and take advantage here. New York, I mean, to me, it says a lot that New York's only -2.5 when they're coming off that 30-point win. Over-under is only 214. How do you break this one down tonight?
Well, listen, I'm a big believer playoff time experience matters, right? I think it's going to matter a lot in the Denver-Minnesota game late tonight. I think you're going to see it also matter with the Celtics and the Sixers also. And I think you're going to see it here. I mean, there are some trends in this game that are interesting. And even in this series, for that matter, here right now. I mean, the Atlanta Hawks, it's not like they have been some sort of offensive juggernaut. I can make the argument this series should already be over. If it wasn't for the Knicks shooting themselves in the foot, the Knicks should have already won this series. But what we are starting to see here, especially over the last couple of games, is the Knicks made it not all about Jalen Brunson playing hero ball all the time. They're moving the ball better. The offense looks better. But more importantly, they were always going to be more physical than the Atlanta Hawks is currently constructed here. And the Hawks, I mean, what kind of experience do they really have besides Trae Young, bouncing them out early on in play-in games and things along those lines? So they have come a long way, but their offense is getting worse as this series progresses here. What they have? 97 last game, 98 prior than that. I mean, game 1, they only scored 102. Their team total tonight, even at home, is 106.5 here. How? Where? How are they getting that? The Knicks are imposing their will all over them here, and it's not like the Knicks have allowed them to get out in transition and get a bunch of easy buckets. They're dominating the boards now. Brunson is sharing the ball. This feels like, I don't know that they get to 100 points. It feels like all the value to me in this game is by fading the Hawks, because if it wasn't for McCollum here and Kuminga having a couple of decent stretches in this series is over, but I don't trust them offensively enough against this Knicks defense to get 106.5 to 107 or more points. I'm not buying it. I think the team total for the Hawks tonight under is the way to look.
Yeah, Nuggets and Timberwolves. This is an interesting one. I mean, to me, all the pressure in the world is on Denver here. I mean, legacies are on the line. You can't be Jokic being eliminated by a Timberwolves team that doesn't have and DiVincenzo. But at the same time, it's Minnesota team. They got a lot of dudes. They got a lot of dudes that ain't scared of the big moment. Denver's -6.5, over under 224.5. Interesting if you think we see a lot of points like we did last one, or you like the dog. What do you think?
Well, we're seeing a lot of under money because this was 226.5, 225.5. Now it's down to 224.5. So we are starting to see the under money here. But I mean, I got to give Minnesota a lot of credit. You just lost your starting backcourt, and they're not returning anytime soon. That's rough here. In boxing, we always say, Andy, right? When you got heavyweights out there, do not give a champion a second win, right? Don't give him an opportunity. If you got him on the ropes, you got to knock him out. Well, they gave the Nuggets a second win here and a second choice, not because of their own doing, but simply because they're not healthy. And no matter what they do here, I think for the remaining tonight, and I do think this series is likely going 7, Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert, and Jaden McDaniels are not going to be good. And I mean, they're rolling out. I think they just unbubble wrapped Conley. What is Conley going to do at 48 years old? Exactly. Like, who's he guarding? Jamal Murray's probably going to drop 50 points. And it's not Minnesota's fault. It's just that experience matters here. And I think you let the Joker and Jamal Murray off the hook here. And I think they're going to pay for it in this one as well. I would only look Denver. I know it's, 5.5, 6 now. It's probably going to continue to rise, but I also think the under, because I don't know where the offense is coming up. If you're going to tell me Julius Randle, who is, to his credit, spent more time playing defense in this last couple of games than I have seen him play in his entire career, that's going to expecting Julius Randle to carry the offensive load again consistently. You guys know, all Knicks fans will tell you exactly what to expect from Julius Randle. It's one or the other. If he's playing defense, good luck getting the offense from him here. And if he doesn't play any defense, then Denver's dropping 125, 130 points on him, and it's going back for Game 7. I agree with the move to the under here, but it's put up or shut up time. I just don't think they have enough to take down the Joker and Murray here in a situation in which, let's face it, guys, they have been here and done this before. They're the ones with the rings. Minnesota isn't. So I think Denver gets it back for a Game 7.
Interesting. I'm excited to watch this one. I am excited to watch this game and see what happens. And you're right. Like, just to go from Anthony Edwards and DiVincenzo to Mike Conley. I mean,
who's he guarding? Like, whoever he is guarding is going to drop 100 points on him. Like, he's not going to stop anybody. Who are we kidding here?
They'll just put him on Christian Brown, who's next to invisible in this series. How about that? How about that contract extension kicking in next season?
That is good.
A cool 125 mil for a guy who's going 8-4-3.
Nice. But and listen, Denver's got injuries. I mean, I don't think Aaron Gordon plays. Peyton Watson's already locked up. So both these teams are missing some key pieces. But if you give me Joker and the Murray in a one-off situation, I'll take them against whatever it is that Minnesota is going to roll out. I think they've done a great job, but man, it's going to be tough.
What do you have up for everyone on Thursday, Joe? A lot of stuff to look at on the card today.
Yeah, there is one angle here tonight that it was just too good to pass up. Already 5%. We've cashed 2 already this postseason in the NBA. 22-9 over the last 365 days in these 5% plays. So they don't come around often, but when they do, it is for a reason here. So there is a play tonight that I just could not pass up here. I think it's a great opportunity. Great opportunity for you guys to head over to WagerTalk.com. Go grab that 5% top play here tonight in the NBA. And then we do have one afternoon baseball game as well up and available over at my page.
Awesome stuff. Joe Ranieri.
Boom.
Thank you very much for your breakdowns. Good luck on that 5% best bet. Go grab that 5%, guys. Doesn't have too many of them. When he does, they hit at a pretty good rate. So there's a 5%.
22-9, man. I mean, come on. We talk about great streaks. 22-9, and like he said, they're not. It's not like he's firing them off every other month. So it's a big time play. You can grab WT.buzz/JR, and as we mentioned, Andy, last chance. You want to grab that play, it's $35. You want to get 3 days and get another 3 for free, bump that up a little bit, $69 last day for this promotion here. And this is good at any Capper's page. Andy mentioned we have a huge slate that likely will be 6 plays tonight. You can check out WT.buzz/AL. Love it.
Yeah. We say locked and loaded. We use that term a lot around here. We're locked and loaded
tennis,
today, man.
lacrosse, and what is it? NHL is in there as well.
And NBA, and I'm getting ready to give you golf. So let's do all around the world here. I'm not doing a golf head-to-head. I'm giving you a round score. So,
well, if they
we
want
didn't
the
talk-
head-to-head, go watch the cut line. It's him and Jan. They give you head-to-heads. They
True.
give you top 20s. So you want golf every Tuesday. Each evening, we drop the cut line with Andy and Jan. And if you want it, hit subscribe and you hit notify, and then boom, you won't ever miss any of the golf head-to-heads there, Ed. So we got you, brother. Just hit that subscribe button.
I'll be interested to see if you agree or disagree with this play, Dan. We didn't talk about Celtics and 76ers, so I'll give you my thoughts here. I like your team, Dan. I like them with the 6.5 points. The first game with Embiid back was messy. The 76ers got out rebounded by 21. That was the Peyton Pritchard game where he goes off for 32 points. Second game, though, rebounding was really close. It was within 2. Yeah. Embiid and Maxey were great. I think they got something with Grimes coming off the bench, and they have just locked in their rotation. You guys got 6 guys that are getting minutes, and I kind of like it better than the Celtics. What is their exact rotation? Like, just look at this last game. Walsh comes off the bench, 16 minutes, 1 point. Pritchard, 26 minutes. Vucevic, 15 minutes. Shireman, 9 minutes. Like, where are these? Where's the continuity in some of these lineups? I just don't see it. So the Celtics, if you're blowing teams out there, dependent on going ballistic from 3-point line, and I just haven't really seen that night in and night out. I think Embiid was absolutely fantastic. Sometimes we see these guys when they're off for a long time, they come back and it's like, oh, they're healthy. Remember, Embiid wasn't out because of a knee injury. Like, he was out because of an appendectomy. So his body seemed to heal up. He seems to be healthy. I like your team plus 6.5 tonight with a little sprinkle on the money line. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing for me is I just wish I had the crystal ball that tells me what percentage do the Celtics shoot from behind the arc. Because, I mean, that's the handicap, Andy. You know what I mean? Is do they shoot the lights out? Do they shoot the lights out or not? I get it. Place should be rocking, fresh off the Flyers. So there should be some energy in there. All that starts going out the window. This whole entire series, Andy, we've been seeing 12.5s and 11.5s and, big spreads. And now finally the odds maker saying the Celtics can be, or the 76ers can be competitive in this series. I know they're going to give it their all tonight, Andy. So getting 6.5, I guess I would lean that way. I know that whenever I want to believe in the 76ers, that's when they go to break your heart, Andy. But as far as the handicap, the Sixers should be live here tonight. Do the Celtics get that positive 3 regression? That's something that, we don't know until the game starts.
And yes, they for whatever reason, Celtics seem to be better on the road than they are at home in the playoffs. It's very, very weird. So Roy says, fade Philly. Roy, care to make things interesting? Would you like to do a 3-day pass challenge with me?
I like this.
You can take the Celtics minus 6.5 if they cover. You get a free 3-day pass, which turns into a 6-day pass. If Philly covers, you have to buy a 3-day pass, which turns into a 6-day pass. So put it in the chat, Roy, if you would like to go head-to-head with me on the Celtics and 76ers.
I like it. I like it, Andy. You never know when you're tuning in here live, folks. You never know when you have a chance to go head-to-head, mano-a-mano with Andy. And this is on the spread, Andy. He's not going head-to-head on a prop, so Roy at least has a fighting chance here. But we'll see. But he said, but I got 5.5. Oh, okay. Well, then we got to split it and call it 6.
That's fine.
We got to split it and call it 6, in my opinion.
No, we don't, because we can't have a tie. I'll give Roy 5.5. Give him 5.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's go.
5.5. All right, we got a bet. Let's do it, Roy. Congratulations to you for putting your money where your mouth is. I love this. The Stars and the Wild. Listen, we talked about Mammoth and the Golden Knights yesterday, how they keep putting this 5.5 number out, and there's a couple series where they keep going over the 5.5. How many goals were in the Mammoth Golden Knights game last night? 9. The Stars and the Wild, they keep putting this at 5.5. They've scored 6+ goals in 4 out of the 5 games. I would keep playing this over as long as this series lasts. So Stars and the Wild over 5.5. And then the Cadillac Championship is underway right now. I have been watching this all morning. This course is playing ridiculously easy. It's long, but there's no wind whatsoever. There's basically very little danger off the tee. So guys are swinging for the fences, and it doesn't matter where it lands. They're going to have a shot here at the green. So Colin Morikawa, this line is flying towards 69.5. So if you want to get it, I'd lock it in now. He only needs to shoot 2 under. And just for example, Dan, Scotty Scheffler is -3 through 8 holes. Cameron Young is -4 through 8 holes. Thigala is 3 under through 16 holes. Brian Harmon is -3. So there's a lot of really, really low scores out there. And I'm looking at the leaderboard right now, and there are 2 people over par. This is turning out to be a pretty easy course. So I'd lock in the under on Colin Morikawa. So
boom. I like it.
All right. Yeah, that's going to do it for us. So potentially we're giving away 2 3-day passes tomorrow because we got the Hawks and the Knicks game. Craig, how dare you say that? Roy is a man of his word. He's
a man of honor.
Absolutely.
He's a man.
And
We've done this. We've done this, probably 7 times. I hate it. I got 6, 7 in there. But we did this like 6 or 7 times, and every time everyone's been honorable, including us giving away the 3-day passes. Yeah. So yeah. And then Andy, we got the Atlanta Hawks and Knicks, as you mentioned as well. So folks, hit that like button and subscribe. While you're hanging out, we'll throw out our question of the day here. If you made it this far in the video, out of the big 4, which is your favorite sport to bet? Is it really the NFL? Ooh. So NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB. Which is your favorite to bet? Drop it in the comments below. That's the question of the day, Andy.
Favorite one to bet?
Yeah, favorite one to bet.
Not to watch. Bet.
Okay. Bet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what adds a little bit of a wrinkle. This happened with Seth. We had a head-to-head. Seth texted me at halftime, was like, buy the package, plays cooked. Yeah. And when you comment below and let us know which is your favorite to bet, let us know why. Which is, because I already got 2 NFL answers.
Oh God,
is it just because it's the NFL? So
That's
you can
so
include
hard
a why.
I
know.
It's like picking Yanni your favorite would tell you baseball. Yanni would tell you baseball.
No. Baseball is like somewhat my favorite until you realize it's all you get to bet all summer long for like the major 4. Then I'm so over baseball. Like baseball right out of the gate, like spring baseball. Oh my God, it's back. We're betting these player props. We're betting strikeout props, And so I get excited. But Andy, for me, it's always going to be teasing NFL sides. Teasing NFL sides is my favorite bet on the calendar of the big 4. You know what my real favorite thing is to bet, but of the big 4, teasing NFL sides is my favorite.
Yeah, betting the Sienna Merrimack game does not count as the big 4. So
yes, no, that's not even the big 300. Yeah, Sienna and Merrimack.
All right, guys, we got a big card again. That pack, and by the way, don't dilly-dally on getting that pack. This tennis play starts in a couple hours, like 3 p.m. Eastern. So do the lacrosse play. So get that thing locked in. We got a lot of plays. We're going to come back tomorrow and get everyone ready for the weekend. Again, last day to get the buy 3 days, get 3 free. So if you've enjoyed that special, last day to get it. If you haven't got it before, but you've been debating, today is the last day. So go ahead and grab that. And let's have a big Thursday, guys. Let's have a big Thursday. Let's get weekend eve started off right. Let's go into the weekend with some money in our pockets. So good luck on all your bets, guys. We'll see everyone same time, same place tomorrow. Take care.